Okay, we're going to start here by renaming our images in Adobe Bridge using batch rename. And I can see inside here, my images are in sequential order, running from image 1 all the way down to image 102. But let's say you've taken these pictures and you had to delete some, or the numbers changed, or you filmed this in different amounts of time, and so the sequence numbers are not in order. So we know if we're using this in Adobe Premiere to make a stop motion sequence, we need them in perfect sequential order. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename them here in Adobe Bridge. So the first thing I want to do is I want to select the photos that I want. If I only have one selected, then it's only going to rename one. So I'm going to select all. Then I'm going to go up here to Tools and go to Batch Rename. Now in Batch Rename, I have the choice to rename in the same folder, copy to another folder. I can say what I want it to rename to, so I could have them start with 103 if I needed that for a different sequence back to back. Or I could just give it a different title. So I'm going to change this to Sailboat, just so you can see the difference happening here. And I'm going to change this into item number 1. And I need 3 digits because I have 102 files. And you can see the current name versus what the name is going to be. Maybe I want to call this stop motion. Maybe I know what part of my stop motion this is going to be, so I'm going to name it just that section of the sequence. It's really up to you. Now, when you first open Adobe Bridge, you might have more file name options below. If you have too many, simply hit the minus to delete those out. If you are short one of them, just hit the plus, it'll add another one in. I believe it defaults to text, so you're just going to need to change that to sequence number. And I'm all set for my original name into Sailboat 001. So the next thing I can do is simply hit rename. And in a few moments, it's going to go through and it's going to rename them to the current name that I have chosen, and it's going to put them in perfect sequential order. So if you start to see this and you start to see they're not in order, just give it a second. It will resort itself out and they will be in perfect order. Make sure all of these images are in a single folder when you're doing a rename and that you don't have